Hello everyone, and welcome back to Danganronpa 2, Goodbye Despair, Blind. In the last one, we started our investigation into the last island, and, I don't know, played as Usami or something, and killed a robot that was really easy, and it was so unexpectedly easy, and yet the privates were so tedious that I continuously failed to correctly talk about what I wanted to. But let's not dilly-dally any longer than I need to. Oh god. Outside, please. Because I have, I think 2 more locations to investigate. I like the music for this area, though. It's not, like, catchy, but it feels really right for, like, the atmosphere that this one's going for. It feels really empty. I think I sort of said this about Danganronpa. Not Danganronpa. I said blah, 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 blah. As Kazuichi said, sometimes words are hard. I was complimenting last chapter on how I thought it did the atmosphere that Danganronpa 2 was going for a lot better. Like, it was bright and colourful, yet confining and oppressive. Like, that was great there. For the more traditional sort of thing we've gone in the rest of Danganronpa 2, with, like, the wide open spaces, this island is pretty good already atmospherically. Like, it feels very... I want to say clinical, but that's not quite right. It feels abandoned, I think is what I want to say. Because, like, we've had the food stalls area. We've got clearly got quite a lot of factories. Right at the beginning where we got the CG with a bunch of bits of the island stuck together. It looks super, like, industrial, but, like, no one's here. That I think is a really good way to do the thing that Danganronpa 2 has sort of gone for the entirety of the game. Where it's like this huge open space, but no one's there, and that's supposed to be, like, the scary part. Well, not scary, but you know what I mean. That's the tone setter, the atmosphere. It's, like, kind of nice, but still kind of creepy and menacing. But I don't think it really pulled it off until... Chapter 3's island did it alright as well. Really, really helped by the motive. Yeah. Oh, man. Back into this game. It's getting a lot of things right. Yeah, oh, God. This game gets so much right and so much wrong all at the same time. Oh! It's frustrating, but also wonderful. Like, oh. Really have no idea what to say conclusively about this game, you know? That thing over there. What thing? That is a tank, yes. Is that a tank? Is it real? Does it have the Hope's Peak logo on it? Not just that. There's a lot of other stuff here that looks really dangerous. Right, I mean, this was the helicopter in Toto's thingy, right? Execution. Can't believe I forgot the name of it. This helicopter. Yeah. Is this the helicopter Monokuma used to execute Teru? This helicopter... Oh, don't screw with me! Bam! Ow. Hajime? What happened? It's nothing. I'm fine. I couldn't help punching it, but I just ended up hurting my fist. Damn it. I'm so weak. Hajime, you just punched a fucking helicopter. I don't think you being weak... Oh, well, I see you up. You're not even trying. Thanks. I'm gonna be embarrassed if I missed you. Oh, 420, funny number. Alright, is that all, like, 3 cars? No, that's it. Well, I don't need to talk to them. Oh, God, cars is over there. So, we'll look at the stuff first. Is this a military truck? Unlike the airplane at the first island, this looks like it actually has an engine inside. But I don't even know how to drive. And besides, it's not like I can escape this island by driving off of it. Actually, that's kind of weird, isn't it? To think about. Like, the Danganronpa cast, I think in both games, both main games, probably would be old enough to drive. Again, you know, there are some age discrepancies where it's like, I don't entirely know how old they are. I mean, Hero, at the very least, he would be old enough to drive. But yeah, like, I think pretty much everyone... I think both casts would be allowed to drive, right? But if they did learn to drive, and then they had all their memories taken away, do they just not know how to drive? I mean, obviously, right? Because it's, like, part of their memories, but, like, I don't know. I suppose it's just something very specific in memory loss, right? Like, I can't really imagine having a skill and then just not having that skill, you know? And not because it's like, oh, I haven't done it in a while, so I'm a bit rusty. I mean, just, like, straight up not having that skill. Or, like, not even remembering that you had that skill. Like, I don't know, it's a really weird thing for me to pick on, but that gives me such a weird feeling. Ugh. Yeah. Besides, it's not like I can escape this island by driving off of it. Yeah, who knows? Maybe there's flotation devices inside the truck. It's a military truck. There's something in the cargo box. Firearms! And there's a ton of them. There's a lot of different weapons, like guns and anti-tank rockets, carelessly stacked in here. Is it really alright to handle these carelessly? Well, it depends. I'm not a huge gun aficionado. In fact, I know almost nothing about guns. But I do know that there's only a couple... Well, not only a couple, but there are, like, very specific things to do, like, triggers. There's, like, summer... Maybe I shouldn't say this, because I really do know nothing. But I know that depending on, like, types of trigger and types of gun, that, like, the sensitivity, I guess would be the right word, like, of said trigger, it varies, or can vary. Again, I know nothing about guns, though, like... I know more about the Japanese pop industry than I do guns, so... You know... Oh man, I should have linked it back to this game! I know more about Japanese traditional dancing than I do guns. There we go. That's well, be more relevant if Hiyoko was still with us. Bless her soul, rest in peace. Yeah. Oh man, I've just bummed myself out. Okay, let's just move on. I can stew in melancholy later. Off camera. This is a tank, right? Is it real? Can it move? Well, apparently that's it. Yo, Sonia, what do you think of the tank? This appears to be a military base. I think I already just noticed that one of her eyebrows is considerably longer than the other one, isn't it? The one on her right eye, like, goes a lot further than the one on her left. I also think it's a bit thinner. You know, this is actually something that I noticed with Danganronpa 1. Like, despite the fact that it'd be so easy to do it, barely anyone is symmetrical. Like, it might be because it kind of looks like, based on the shadow on her chin, that Sonia's head is slightly tilted. But also, just looking at her eyes are slightly different shapes. And one of them is closer to the center of her head than the other. Like, there's a larger space between, like, the side of her head and, like, the side of her eye on the left than on the right. Oh, there's someone in Danganronpa 1 who has, like, really different ears as well. Who is it? Oh, who is it? Oh, my... Oh, is it Ultra Despair Girls? Fuck, I can't remember who it is. But there's someone who has, like, really different ears as well, and it's really noticeable. It kind of looks like Sonia's got slightly different ears as well, just looking at her lobes there. This is really weird to be talking about, I'm sorry, but like, oh god, it'd be so easy to just make their faces symmetrical. Because like, the face shape of a lot of Danganronpa characters is super the same, right? Like, if I took away Sonia's hair, she would look super generic in the Danganronpa art style. Like, even within that, she looks different because the, like, you know, looking at her mouth, it's slightly off-center. Her eyes are different. Her ears are different. Her eyebrows are different. I don't know why I'm focusing on this, but I don't know. Now that I've seen all these weird imbalances, I can't not see them. Is that so?
Despite the fact that this island is quite small, the military technology here seems rather extensive. These might prove useful when the time comes to combat the Future Foundation.
Useful? There's no way we'd be able to operate stuff like tanks and heavy weapons. Question mark?
Huh? Really? In my country, even a child in grade school can operate a tank. No problemo.
Sonia, you're... Is it Novoselic or is it the Novoselic Kingdom? Either way, whatever place you rule is really, really weird, Sonia. What is going on? No problemo!
A course in modern warfare is a required class in all our grade schools.
Oh, I see! An obsession with anime and now this? Sonia's country never ceases to baffle me.
However, weapons are only weapons when humans start to use them.
Wow, alright. Get philosophical on me.
If no one uses them, they are nothing more than scrap metal.
Well, I think I'd consider them more, like, tools than scrap metal, but yeah. See, look there! Even the shape of her eyelashes are slightly different. Do you see that? I'm not insane, am I? God, this is so... Oh my god, Sonia! You're right. Unfortunately, the stuff in the base probably won't be useful to us.
No! That is wrong! Ah!
Huh?
Well, I have discovered a puzzling document in the tank operator's seat.
You tried to get in? Jabberwock Island Development Plan? That's the Future Foundation's insignia. Jabberwock Island Development Plan. What is this?
I assume it belongs to Monokuma, and it was placed rather ostentatiously.
Well, I mean, it does have the Monokuma sticker on it up there.
I do not know how much we can trust it. Do you think it could be a useful clue?
The Monokuma probably did leave it, like you said. Well, like you said, it's hard to know how much we can trust it. So, what does it say?
Beyond what is written in here, I do not know much. But it does document Jabberwock Island's redevelopment plan at considerable length.
What is that plan?
To place Jabberwock Island under the Future Foundation's control and prepare it as a central headquarters.
A central headquarters for the Future Foundation? You know, now that I think about it, Sonia's sort of always been the person we talk to about the mystery of the island. That's kind of cool. I like that they've kept that as a thing. I thought Jabberwock Island was a tourist destination. Why would the Future Foundation be interested in it? Well, I assume during the end of the world there aren't going to be a lot of tourists running around. I mean, maybe people, well, again, maybe people taking refuge, but maybe that's why we're here, you know? Though, actually, in saying that, Monokuma's apparently waiting for someone, and it seems like there's a good chance they're already here. Oh! Okay, I don't know, you might have skipped the Usami thing, or you might have not watched yesterday's episode. Or last episode. Again, you know, based on schedule, I don't really know if it was actually yesterday. But the last episode, I mentioned that I'm quite confident that this chapter is going to follow the same format as Danganronpa 1's 5th chapter, where we're kind of just going to find a body, and it's going to be like, well, what do we do? What? And then that'll be like the springboard into chapter 6 being a, like, effectively trial-only chapter. So maybe the person that Monokuma's waiting for is actually the one we're gonna find dead. Maybe.
In actuality, there was something written in here that caught my attention. The travel agency that mentioned Jabberwock Island went bankrupt, so the island was uninhabited for a long time. Because of that, the island was unaffected by the incident, which allowed them to easily gain a foothold.
Wait, hold on. This place was uninhabited for a long time? If that's true, the maintenance here has been way too attentive. The items at the supermarket are always stocked, and the hotel is still really clean. Could it be? Or could it be that the Future Foundation... Oh. Wait, could the response... Oh god, this is... Oh my god. Oh, this one just fractured my entire brain. Could that the Future Foundation's response... Huh? But more importantly, what's the incident? What does it mean that the island was unaffected by it? Okay, so this is gonna be... The island was just like Toa City then, right? Completely unaffected by the tragedy. So, perfect safe haven to keep some more ultimate students, it sounds like.
I cannot discern that from this passage alone. Simply reading this will not help me grasp what those words mean. However, there is one more thing that caught my attention.
There's more?
Do you remember the guidebook to Jabberwock Island in the library?
Vaguely, but it's been a little while, Sonia.
It was written there that the central island houses a large administrative building.
Yes, I do remember that. But it wasn't there. Instead, like, the statue was supposed to be in the lobby of it, as I recall. But obviously it wasn't. However, we could not find that building anywhere. We even commented on how strange that was, right?
But according to this plan, the building that the Future Foundation is planning to use for their headquarters...
Could it be that same building?
They are planning to rebuild it and use it as the Future Foundation's headquarters. Or so it is written.
What the heck? It's so inconsistent. How do you rebuild a building that doesn't even exist? I mean, maybe all of this, like, stuff on the island then was semi-rebuilt by Future Foundation. Well, then that doesn't make sense, right? Why do we have a Monokuma factory here? There are a couple of architectural huhs. Like the obviously fake Hope's Peak, or building that kind of looks like Hope's Peak, I think is more along the lines there. And a Monokuma factory. Plus, if this place was, you know, undamaged by the tragedy, why is there a Monokuma factory? Is Monokuma responsible for building a lot of this stuff, then? And, you know, by consequence, whoever's controlling Monokuma? I mean, Junko did some fucking crazy stuff in Danganronpa 1. And I mean, I never really questioned the existence of the Excalibur in Ultra Despair Girls. So I wouldn't really be surprised if, I don't know, our other Ultimate Despairs, well, Remnants of Despair, right? I'm pretty sure that's what they were called in Ultra Despair Girls. I'm pretty sure. But yeah, them. Like, wouldn't be too surprised if they had, like, maybe not the budget, but the resources to do this sort of thing. Because, you know, something's clearly gone wrong here, like, with the Future Foundation, for Monokuma to be in control. Damn it, what the hell is going on?
We were so distracted by all of the horrible situations that kept happening, one after the other. We might have overlooked a more pressing issue.
It doesn't help that we weren't around last chapter. That is the mystery of this island. But what's really going on? This mystery doesn't make any sense. No matter how much we think about it, there's no reason behind it. Well, I mean, I certainly have a little extra because of Ultra Despair Girls there. But, man, this place is boring. Boring? What are you talking about? There's a tank here. I like strong dudes. Weapons don't excite me at all. Oh, man. Minimaru... Well, I mean, he's just Nekomaru. I'll just give him the... Well, maybe I'll give him the Nekomaru voice and just, like... Cover my mouth on it. Cover my... Okay. A real man fights with his fists. Yeah, okay, that's not... A real man fights with his fists. Okay, yeah, no, that's just... You can't tell what I'm saying there. So I'll just do normal Nekomaru, I guess. A real man fights with his fists. That goes for women too. You want to battle a little? If you win, you can rest on my boob pillows. No thanks. Boob pillows? Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be the first time, but, yeah, I don't know. Someone's actually call them boob pillows, like, considering that, you know, she's obviously talking about her actual boobs. Like, oh, no. This is a building, I guess. I guess Kazuichi's gonna be here. Sea King. Oh, hello. Oh my god. Oh, hey, it's a monobeast over there. There's a bunch of strange machines lined up in all directions. Feels very sci-fi. Kazuichi, your face is a bit blurred there, unfortunately. Largely due to the lighting. Let me, try and fix that a little bit. Hey, there we go. That's a bit better. It's a bit better. God, I mean, it's so dark in this, room. There's a bunch of strange machines. Yeah. Seeking Industries. Huh? Yeah, they're a company that specializes in manufacturing electric insulation and other machine parts. They're a mid-sized company with only 100 employees, but they're the biggest corporation on Jabberwock Island. And this place looks like a research facility. For a mid-sized company, this is a pretty nice facility. Yeah, I guess so. I only read about them in a pamphlet next to the reception desk. Besides, the size of this company isn't the issue here. This company obviously doesn't make any machine parts, so what the heck are they making here? He's right. It's like they're making something more dangerous. It seems like it might be a good idea to thoroughly investigate this place. Well, oh, I was gonna say! Look for the Monokuma! That's a very well-hidden one, but I also saw him very easily, so... Oops. I am serious. And there we go! We found them all until the... the murder. In which case, we'll probably get a new area to check out. Yep. It's just these two thingies on the floor. So let's talk to Kazuichi first. Hey, Kazuichi, get a hold of yourself. Why? Why? Because you just started laughing all of a sudden. Well, obviously. What else am I going to do except laugh? I mean, it's just so childish. What are you talking about? Well, there's a computer over there, so I started snooping around to see if I could find any clues. Whoever was using this computer must have been sending emails to his buddy or something. Pfft. He's probably trying to write a manga or something. He sent one of his story ideas to his buddy.
Such a horrible, delusional story. I'm so embarrassed to read it that it gave me goosebumps.
Delusional story? So, what was written in the email anyway?
Well, I'll start with the idea for the story. Apparently, global riots are occurring in various regions around the world. These riots were caused by high school students. I mean, seriously? That's not realistic at all.
Ooh, yeah, we're really getting back into the Danganronpa 1 plot now. Or I guess the Danganronpa plot on mass. Not on mass, on the whole.
So these riots just kept growing as people grew more dissatisfied and frustrated with society. Until eventually, it spreads like an infectious disease all over the world. Footage of the riots started getting circulated, and strange incidents started occurring one after another. A hopeless anxiety instantly spreads throughout the world. Oh my god! I'm suddenly becoming Monokuma! As the end of the world gets closer and closer.
End of the world?
I know, right? Sounds like something a lame high school band would think of as a song title. Whoever wrote this needs to come up with better story ideas, because this wasn't realistic at all. I mean, students causing a riot on that scale is totally impossible. I'd never believe it for a second. But I learned a valuable lesson. I should always delete embarrassing emails right away.
Hey, about that, you sure it's okay to say that it's just a made-up story?
Of course. I mean, unrealistic things might happen in real life from time to time, but there's no way this is real. It's more impossible than a notebook that kills people just by writing in it.
Yeah, you're right. It's just a lot of unimaginable things that kept happening to us, so maybe I'm getting a little confused. Well, the world ending? There's no way something so unbelievable could actually happen. Alright, let's do Ip-Dip-Doo. What one are we going to look at first? I'm going to look at this one. Well, no, let's look at this one first, 'cause it's a mono beast by the looks of things. This machine is making another machine? The finished product looks like it's modeled after a four-legged animal.
Hey, doesn't that animal-looking machine remind you of anything?
You talking about the monobeasts?
Is there any chance that these monobeasts were created here?
The monobeasts were created here.
Yep, that's what this place is for. No matter how much you insist it's a game, people won't be convinced if a place like this doesn't exist, right? That's why it's just fine.
There's something wrong with you.
What the hell did he mean by that? He wasn't making any sense at all. It doesn't matter who's convinced, because I'll never be convinced. I mean, this place is for manufacturing machine parts. Why are they able to create such a dangerous robot in a place like this?
Does this mean Monokuma took over this place and modified it to do this? Oh, damn it, I don't even know what I'm saying anymore. Actually, that's a good idea. Maybe instead of Monokuma building everything, maybe he did just hijack what was already here and stuck his face on it. Oh! That's a spinal cord just dangling there. Ooh, not a fan of that one. Oh, I don't know. Stuff like this always creeps me out, you know. Certainly drifting in the uncanny valley, but like, oh, I don't know, man. Robots with like skin, just. I'd much rather them just be robots, you know, like emulating skin, just. Especially with the implications of that, like, where did you get that skin? This automated machine looks like it's making something. Is this a mannequin?
Maybe.
Yeah, it's a humanoid machine. Is that a robot?
You serious?
And seriously? How can they make robots? Hey, just how far did technology advance without me knowing?
Kazuichi, I'd hate to point this out, but, Mekamaru? Do you think... Yeah, Mekamaru was made here?
That was close.
Yeah, it's a similar humanoid robot. It's possible, maybe. Oh, but why would a company that manufactures machine parts have access to this kind of technology?
I don't know. Maybe this place is somehow connected to the Future Foundation too?
Yeah, well, at any rate, it's clear now, isn't it?
What's clear?
This used to be Sea King Industries, but it's not anymore. After this island became uninhabited, Monokuma took over this place and modified it without permission.
Yeah, speaking of uneven faces, Kazuichi's face is super uneven. Look at those eyebrows. And those eyes, too.
He did all this just to shock us.
But I don't know, it just feels really natural on Kazuichi's face. I feel like his design is already so, like... I don't want to say inhuman, because, he still looks like a guy, but... I don't know, it's like the bright yellow... Well, yellow? Lime, maybe? Lime jumpsuit with the pink hair. It's all very, extra, let's say. That's the reason?
Yeah, it's not so weird. This whole time he's been doing similar stuff to us.
But why?
Maybe there's a bunch of crazy rich dudes who are into this stuff. They're the ones who are making us kill each other. Those bastards get off. Yeah, those bastards get off on watching kids kill each other. Oh, wait, hold on. Now that I said it out loud, that's actually a terrible assumption. I mean, if that's true, then our fates are in the hands of those rich, perverted bastards.
Sounds like something that would happen in a work of fiction. But the thought of it actually happening in reality is definitely unsettling. Well, I guess we can just leave. Leave. Bye, Kazuichi! Well, that's everywhere, isn't it? We're not gonna get caught. Oh, hello. Hey, Hajime. I was looking for you. And what's up for you, Hiko? Now, I was thinking you probably finished exploring this island by now. You're right. I think I've explored everywhere at least once for now. Then do you want to meet up with everyone and discuss things? Yeah, I don't mind. I figured it'd be annoying if we all went back to the hotel for this. But there's a street nearby lined with food vendors, so I thought everyone would meet up there. I'm heading over there right now. Hurry up and come on over. After letting me know if Yukiko left the area. He actually took the time to tell everyone about that, huh? Well, now's not really the time to be impressed by something like that. Yeah, Fuyuhiko's... He seems like the sort of guy who would do that now, Oh, and actually, Pekka did that a lot for him too, didn't she? Aw. We better make the others wait. I should hurry over to the street with the food stands. Well, I mean, if we just keep on going this way, we'll get there in a second. Hey, Monokuma, and Monokuma. There we go. Vendor Street. Oh shit, I need to check if my gorilla has taken a shit. Guys, load in real quick. Thanks, squad. Now, if you'll excuse me. Gorilla, have you pooped? No, you have not. Good gory me. Good gory me. Alright, looks like everyone's here.
Huh? What about Nagito?
Is he even here?
Yeah, who cares? It's not like he's our friend or anything.
I couldn't get in touch with him. I don't know where the hell he is or what he's doing. How'd it go? Did you learn anything about the Future Foundation?
Yeah, not really. Like, I feel like I learned stuff, but I also feel like I didn't learn anything.
It's not clear which information we found is believable, if any.
However, I believe there is no question that the Future Foundation is behind everything that has been going on.
Are we sure about that? Huh? What are you saying? If they're not our enemy, then what are they? If they're our ally, there's no way they'd trap us on this island.
Well, yeah.
That's true, but there's something I've been thinking about. Monami works for the Future Foundation, right? And she's pretty much admitted it by this point. But even though Monokuma is forcing us to kill each other, Monami has been oppressing them.
You mean pretending to oppose him, right?
I've kind of noticed now it's almost too dark. Let's see if we can brighten things up a little bit. Notice it with Akane.
That's wrong.
No, I don't think she's pretending. They clearly hate each other.
Then it's possible that the enemy of our enemy is actually an ally. And because she opposes Monokuma, you think she's our ally?
Please wait.
Even if they both oppose one another, is it not possible that they are both our enemy?
I mean, it's possible, but it seems unlikely. Like a three-way battle. It's kind of hot. God damn it, Akane. Right in the chapter I said I didn't find you funny. You get the occasional good line, okay? Okay? Alright, it's fine, Akane. You're not all bad, but... Why, after all this time, are you suddenly backing up the Future Foundation? You talking like that because you're actually the traitor that's working for them? Don't be a fucking idiot. No way! You're clearly suspicious. I mean, if you don't... Kazuichi Soda, shut up! Yes!
Listen.
There never was a traitor. Monokuma lied to us. Lied?
Well,
It is simply a false entity that Monokuma made up so we would be suspicious of each other. How can you not believe in your friends after everything we have endured together?
I'm gonna guess. Weak. How weak. There he is. Instead of facing the problem directly and overcoming it, you're desperately trying to run away. That weakness is hopeless.
Nagito?
Oh, great. Now I get to talk to everyone before we talk to Nagito again. So, how you doing, Akane?
hey.
Nagito, what's he planning this time?
Very suspicious!
Yeah, I know, right? Minimaru? What do you think, Sonia?
It cannot be.
What Nagito just said.
Please wait.
Is he implying that believing in each other is a weakness? That is absurd!
I know, right? I mean, where would we be without belief, you know? Science, belief without doubt, science, summon. Right for you, Hiko, don't you agree? Idol's a pain in the ass, but is there anything we can do about Kazuichi's idiocy? He doubts everyone so easily and never apologizes for it. Well, I guess I'm used to it. Oh, yeah. No, I'm sorry about that for you, Hiko. I guess you're on the chopping block now. Yoshiaki, what do you... Nice place to eat, right?
The timing of his arrival seems planned. Seems like he might have been watching our actions. Maybe.
Oh, I know. What a creep, right? I mean, Kazuichi, don't you think he's creepy?
Yeah, so there you are, Nagito! Oh, we didn't invite you here, you annoying bastard!
Oh, man. Didn't even let me get a word in, Kazuichi. What's up with that? I guess I'm not gonna have to talk to Nagito. Nagito, where have you been this whole time? I wonder where your thought process wandered off to. As usual, you guys just keep running around in circles. What are you, hamsters? Oops. If I compare you guys to hamsters, I'm gonna get yelled at by that weakling who dropped out. Oh, God, what a bitch. Wow. Oh, wow. He really has done, like, the 180 with Byakuya, eh? Instead of, like, oh, wow. I love this thing, and we're gonna make it through together. Well, yeah, you guys, not me, because I'm a stepping stone, but yeah, you guys are gonna get through this together. And now it's a game.
That is.
What does that...
Now then,
You asked where... Oh, man, Sonia, you should have punched him. Like, just decked him in the face. We would have all loved to see it. You asked where I've been this whole time, right? Well, I was in the middle of looking for someone. Ah, following up on your lead from last chapter, I assume. Looking for someone? I thought that person might have already arrived. Yep. But I guess I was wrong. Or maybe that person is hiding in a secret location and carefully watching us. Well, we still haven't been able to go into Fake Hope's Peaks. So... Oh, excuse me. But... Hey, what are you talking about? You saying there's someone else on this island besides us? It's probably the survivor of the killing school life.
how about it?
If so, a lot of things start adding up, don't you think?
I mean, I don't know about them especially, but since they are members of Future Foundation and they're like the only other named characters, I guess, you know, Makoto and Co, minus Toko, could be here. You talking about Byakuya? He's the survivor you're talking about, right? Huh? Oh, I see. You guys have only reached that stage. What stage? You're not making sense at all. Thanks, Minimaru. Still, if you think about it properly, you might be able to figure it out. Why would Byakuya, a survivor of the killing school life, die in vain like he did at the very beginning? Don't you think it's strange? What does that mean? The issue is not with what he means. Please take back what you said about Byakuya dying in vain. Yeah, I'm pretty sure he died to protect you, you tool belt. Yeah, listen to Miss Sonia. You have been acting very strange lately. I do not like this version of Nagito we have been witness to. Implying that I did like the previous one. I don't like you either. Well, I never liked you in the first place. Oh, it looks like I'm being hated. Well, that's understandable. There's no way you guys can even comprehend my suffering. Knowing the truth can be pretty painful in its own way. God, what a pretentious fuck. The truth? What truth? What do you know? Curious, are you? But why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is? Huh? To tell you the truth, I still haven't figured out who the traitor is. But it won't take me very long. You guys don't have to worry. I'll weed out the traitor even if it costs me my life. You gonna weed out the traitor? As I have already said, there is no traitor. Up in the end, you're just gonna raise your hand and go, I'm actually the traitor, right? You're a funny guy, Kazuichi. But why don't I tell you guys that after we found out who the traitor is? If I'm able to wipe out all the despair on this island, will I become the ultimate hope? Ultimate hope? You know, what the hell are you talking about? Have you finally lost your damn mind? Now then, I should get going. But if you see Monokuma again, son, I want you to tell him. Tell him he doesn't need to provide a motive anymore. Huh? Tell him not to worry, because I'm planning to go all out. Besides, the next one will probably be the last. Nagito, what does that mean?
Bye now.
Bye. Nagito ignored Chiaki's question and left us. We were powerless to stop him. It was clear to us that trying to stop him would just be useless.
Hey.
I don't want to think about it, but could he be planning a kill?
Are you kidding?
A kill? Who? Who's he gonna kill?
Damn it.
Based on how he's talking, it looks like his target is the traitor. There is no such person. I mean, the notion that one of us has been deceiving us all along. I will never, ever believe that. Like Sonia said, I can't believe it either. I don't think any of us could do that. But what if it's Nagito? Or what if whoever it is has forgotten about it? What if the traitor has forgotten that they're the traitor? Just like how I forgot that I don't have a talent. Yeah, I really don't know. I genuinely have no idea who the traitor could be amongst these guys. Oh, well, regardless of who he's targeting, there's a high chance that he's planning a kill, right? Because, like, it doesn't even have to be a main character, right? Like, the traitor, quote-unquote, in Danganronpa 1 was Sakura. Up until that point, she wasn't at all a main character, you know? So technically, anyone's on the chopping block for it. I still think it seems most likely that it's, like, still going to be Hajime.
and they've sort of like double bluffed us. But, I mean, it could be someone else. For all I know, it is Nagito. Or maybe he has forgotten about it or something. Or maybe he's going even crazier because he's realized that he is the traitor or something.
No, then we gotta tie him up again. Forcing him to stop is the only way.
Hey, I mean, actually, what I said there could make even more sense, right? Because if he's like, oh, I am the traitor. No one else figured that out? I thought you were all supposed to be symbols of hope. And here you are, not even trying to stop me. Maybe it'll be something like that. I'm not a clue.
It's impossible. Nekomaru's not even here anymore.
I'll show you my
Yeah, I got what it takes to deal with someone as weak as him.
Yeah, you are, Maru.
Then that's a yes, right? Just leave it to me. Once I come up with a plan, we'll meet up again.
Tie up Nagito, huh? Kazuichi is right. It's dangerous to let Nagito wander freely. If we're being cautious, we have to act fast. But what is this indescribable anxiousness I'm feeling? I hope it just means I'm thinking too much. For the time being, we decided to finish our exploration of the final island and return to the hotel. Yeah, I was going to say, I think we're going to have our nighttime Monokuma Theatre and then we'll end the episode. It was already dark by the time we returned to the hotel. Oh, okay. Well, I guess first of all, is anyone out and about? Yes, actually, almost everyone is out and about. Kazuichi is in his room, and everyone else is just hanging out. Nagito is off who knows where, but yeah, I'm not going to be allowed to leave. It does, however, mean that I think I've got my opportunity to look at the Gundam and Nekomaru rooms. There's Nekomaru, there's Nagito. That Gundam there? No, that's Traitor, so Gundam's here, yeah. Gundam, I won't forget your final message. Don't give up on life. Even now, those words are still etched into my heart. I don't know if I'll find any answers, but we will continue to press forward. So you won't lecture us. Yeah. God damn it, man. I love Gundam. God, he's so good. And you know, Nekomaru, you're real great too, I'm not gonna lie. Like, there is stiff competition for best boy in this game. Like, I really like Gundam, obviously, and he is my best boy, but like, Fuyuhiko, Nekomaru, and Hajime all sort of like bobble around in the top there as like my other favorite male characters in this game. Like, oh! I mean, we've had some relative duds, right? Like, Byakuya, not Byakuya. I mean, look, if it is actually Byakuya, I'm gonna have massive egg on my face. But, like, as far as I'm concerned, there's no way that that is Byakuya. So, again, like, as I've said a number of times, I'm pretty sure it's probably just gonna be one of his brothers or something. But considering then that his entire personality is, I'm Byakuya. Yes. But he isn't. Like, yeah, great. I mean, cool. And Traitor is just a bit of an archetype. And then I like Kazuichi and Nagito fine. I think I like Kazuichi more than I like Nagito, but you know, I don't like them as much as the other four, or even the other three, you know, Nekomaru, Fuyuhiko, and Hajime, but again, to be fair, there is very stiff competition for it, like, a lot of good male cast members here. Nekomaru, you're a strong man. You're always straightforward, because you are strong, but strength doesn't mean anything when you're dead. Yikes, that was a lot more melancholic than and depressing than I hoped it would be. Yo, Kazuichi, you willing to talk? Kazuichi's cottage is here. I don't really have any business here right now. Okay, well, I guess he's not going to chat with me, so how about everyone else? Well, there's Sonia. I guess we'll go round to her then. Sonia! How you doing? And there's Fuyuhiko, and there's Akane.
I believe that there is no traitor.
Do you have a minute?
No, that is not the issue. After all, it is impossible. Why does Nagito not understand that? And furthermore, he even made an insulting remark about Gundam. Gundam gave his life so he could teach us something important.
Sonia.
At the time, Gundam scolded me for attempting to stop his execution. But looking back on it, he would forgive me with a smile on his face, right?
Yeah, definitely.
Gundam stayed true to himself until the very end. I will never forget that.
And that was the one thing that was missing from last chapter. We didn't get anything really on Ibuki, Hyoko, and Mikan. And just one thing like that. And you know what? I like that for Sonia. Because Sonia's really weird, right? But she's also a princess. And as weird as her country is, I have this feeling, right, that like... Because she said this something like this in her introduction, that she had no friends, right? Or at least not of her, like, age or something. So I'm sure she always has to pretend to be someone else, right? Like, rather than Sonia, nevermind, she's... Princess, nevermind, I suppose. But, you know, she's into a lot of weird stuff, and I'm sure she wants to be herself, like, in her daily life, but she's confined to the prim and proper princess role. And, like, here she's been able to, like, break free of that and, like, unwind, as it were, like, show off this weird serial killer fascination, love of anime, and all the indulging in Gundam's fantasies she did. So you know what? In light of that, like, it makes sense that she has a bond with Gundam, right? Who is unapologetically, like, himself, you know? I know that's a bit of a contradiction, that we sort of went over this in his free time events. But yeah, like, of course, the Chunibyo evil overlord is who Gundam is, but it's also an act. But it's an act he wants to put on, you know? It's something he wants to do. And that to me means that even if he's not being himself, he's being true to himself, you know? Does that make sense? And I totally understand why Sonia would admire that. Dude. I mean, I still stand by that I wish there was more of Sonia and Gundam, like, before last chapter. But, like, something like that, in retrospect, like, that feels so good. I fucking love the extra conversations in this game. How do Nekomari share the grunt work?
Leave it to me.
Pretty confident about my strength. As long as nobody grabs my tail, there won't be any problems. You have a tail?
You.
Obviously, I'm joking.
I see.
I'll be thinking stuff like, if you want to see a tail, I got one. If you grab it, it'll get even more powerful. That's a terrible joke. Even worse than a joke an old man would make. She talked about penises? Jesus, good fucking... Look, I like crude humor, but, like, come on. That was just a bad joke. Jeez. Even her ignorance has its limits. What are you talking about this time? It's Sonia. She had the nerve to say she wanted to check out my body. Huh? Your body? Don't think about weird things, you bastard. Oh, yeah, I mean, I was just talking about, I don't know, penis tails. It wasn't like that. I don't know where she heard it from, but oh man, you know what? Fuyuhiko's adorable. Look at him. She came out to me and said, real Yakuza are supposed to have tattoos, so show them to me. Oh, so that's what it was. It's not funny for her to tell me to strip right in front of her. Who does she think she is? yeah, I have a feeling it was probably more about the stripping thing. Based on chapter 3, I think Higo's a bit of a prude. Besides, tattoos aren't supposed to be gawked at. Oh, yeah, so, I mean, you probably do have tattoos then, eh? I mean, that makes sense. I don't exactly know why. I think there's a reason for it, right? That, like, Yakuza get tattoos. I think it's like, specific... Is it specifically leaders who are supposed... Oh, wait, hold on. I just remembered. Chiaki's inside the lobby. I think it's like, Yakuza leaders are supposed to get tattoos. I think it's like a rank thing, but I don't really know that much about the Yakuza, so you're gonna have to forgive me on that one, and I will refuse to comment, but it does seem like he has tattoos then.
The plan to capture Nagito, huh? Akane looked pretty confident, but is she really going to be alright? I mean, she's strong, but Nagito is, you know, unpredictable. Knowing his luck, she'll probably, like, grab him when he's covered in butter, and he'll just slip right out of her grasp.
Yeah, you're right, but I don't know how else we're supposed to catch him. And I'm not going to comment on that last thing I just said.
I don't even know if this is the right thing to do. If Nekomaru was still here, would he let Akane go through with this? Actually, you'd probably get pumped up about our capturing plan along with her.
You know, you did capture him once before.
Yep.
And Kazuichi helped him that time, too. It feels like Gundam and Nekomaru was scolding us for not growing at all.
Maybe. Oh, man. That was another nice one. I mean, not, like, super great. I kind of would have preferred it if Chiaki stayed on... Oh, Jesus. Something got very dark on the capture. Yeah, I would have liked it a little more if Chiaki focused just on Nekomaru, as opposed to Gundam as well, considering we already got one with him, or for him, but yeah, you know. Ah, look at that. Oh, that is a fine collection of Monokumas. Oh, for some reason, I'm really tired today. Well, since I walked around all day today, I was able to obtain several clues. I'm not really certain if you can even call these clues. Instead, I feel like we're just suffering from more mysteries that don't make sense. This isn't good. As soon as nighttime hits, I can't stop thinking about all these pessimistic thoughts. This might be a bad habit of mine. Yeah, you are a bit of a pessimist at night, Hajime. No, I mean, you know, it's good to be real. Being overly optimistic is... You know, this isn't a hot take or anything, but being overly optimistic can be blinding in a bad way. I should just get some sleep for today, rest my mind for a while, and then I'll give this some more thought tomorrow.
Words are extremely dangerous. Unlike letters, words cannot be undone with erasers or a backspace.
I mean, they can.
That's why you need to be extremely careful.
I mean, unless you're talking, like, verbally, then yeah, you can't do that. But you also can't do that with letters. If I just say A, B, C, D, E, F, G, I can't erase that, Monokuma.
Same goes for me. There was a time in my past when I went through a lot of trouble because of that. That's right. When I was being trained at the safari park. At the time, there were two animals at the park that I got along with. One was a squirrel named Senior Dietrich, and the other was a fox named Cha-Cha Jr. To be honest, Cha-Cha Jr. was really stupid. If a female employee tried to have a serious talk with him, he'd just stare at her boobs the whole time. That's why Senior Dietrich would order him to steal panties. And that idiot would get real happy when he exchanged the panties he stole for Dietrich's old undies.
What?
Also, this one time, the three of us went to a steakhouse, and the waiter asked, "How would you like it cooked?" Cha-Cha Jr. proudly said, "With fire!" Senior Dietrich was pretty crafty. He knew how to play Cha-Cha Jr. He made Cha-Cha Jr. abduct a fawn and drown it, then he saved that drowning fawn himself, and he made Cha-Cha Jr. tell everyone about it. Man, he really did some shady things. Anyway, the three of us were getting along together. We were living a fun life in the safari park. That's right. Till the day I ended up saying those words. I accidentally said this to Cha-Cha Jr. Foxes are squirrels' natural enemies. The next day I stumbled across what was left of Dietrich Sr. He had been eaten. Good thing I immediately tattled to a male employee so he could put down Cha-Cha Jr. with a hunting rifle. Even now, I regret saying what I said back then. Jeez. Squirrels have it rough. They have so many natural enemies.
Jesus Christ. Monokuma has a really eventful life, right? Like, it was last... It's Danganronpa 1 with the thing with, like, the crabs and the shrimp, right? And earlier it was about his salmon wife. Ding dong, bing bong. Now he's got a fox and a squirrel friend who are both dead. Jesus. And a rabbit sister. Like, oof.
School trip executive committee has an announcement to make.
God, Monokuma, you really get around.
Good morning, everyone. Looks like today is gonna be another perfect tropical day.
You don't happen to know any, like, mice who, you know, are pretty famous, would you?
Now then, let's show some enthusiasm and make sure to give it our all today.
Yeah, sure. Well, I'd say sure thing, Monokuma, but I'm about to end the episode. Pretty sure everyone's starting to meet up. For now, I should head over to the restaurant. Okay! And with that, we can bring the episode to a close. Yeah, I mean, I think next episode we'll have our free time. Potentially the last free time block. Well, I mean, it will be the last free time block, but I think it'll just be 2, like in Danganronpa 1. So, yeah. In the next episode, we'll go to the morning meeting. We will also go check out the murder scenes for chapters 3 and 4, since we could not actually do it in chapter 4 for chapter 3. And, I mean, I don't think we're going to be allowed back in the fun house, but we can at least go back to the island there to, you know, have a little look. And then, yeah, I mean, you probably already know who I'm going to be doing free time events with. But, until then, goodbye.